with more spirits. We deepen our ties through the moments we share.
Looking after a horse means understanding it, not taming it. It's all on you now.
Thanks, Dad.
Take care of the farm! Enjoy your retirement, Dad!
With more possibilities, we draw strength from the past, inspiring the journey of tomorrow.
Eric! Time to go! I'm in the car. Speed up!
Come on, Mom, why are you doing it to me?
With more love, we nurture those we hold dear, setting them free.
Okay, so you like this place? We're gonna come here most of them, right? So, what are you gonna do after that?
Let's make some snowmen.
Oh, really? You can try that.
Alex!
With more imagination, we bring our dreams to life together.
Wow. That's a nice motto. That's great. I did that many years ago.
And why you stopped?
I ask myself the same question. I really don't know.
You should do it again, man. Good luck!
With more inspiration, we reignite the fire inside. What drives GWM? The power of possibilities, the passion for innovation,
Where do we go next year?
the pursuit of perfection. empowering you to go further. GWM, go with more.
GWM, go with more.
What drives us? Curiosity to explore, passion to discover, thirst for adventure, energizing us to go further. With more courage, we scale new heights within ourselves.
我的项链不见了。
儿子，快帮姐姐回忆一下，她有没有带？
姐姐她肯定带了，不然我怎么会捡到嘞？
这臭小子！
With more spirits, we deepen our ties through the moments we share.
Looking after a horse means understanding it, not taming it. It's all on you now.
Thanks, Dad.
Take care of the farm! Enjoy your retirement, Dad!
With more possibilities, we draw strength from the past, inspiring the journey of tomorrow.
Eric! Time to go! I'm in the car. Speed up!
Come on, Mom, why are you doing it to me?
With more love, we nurture those we hold dear, setting them free.
Okay, so you like this place? We're gonna come here most of them, right? So, what are you gonna do after that?
Let's make some snowmen.
Oh, really? You can try that.
Alex!
With more imagination, we bring our dreams to life together.
Wow. That's a nice motto. That's great. I did that many years ago.
And why you stopped?
I ask myself the same question. I really don't know.
You should do it again, man. Good luck!
With more inspiration, we reignite the fire inside. What drives GWM? The power of possibilities, the passion for innovation, the pursuit of perfection, empowering you to go further. GWM, go with more.
GWM, go with more.
Working in GWM as a collaboration most of the time is that you don't have the difficulties, but you challenge yourself. So the other people's the high temperature is 40 degrees centigrade for the 120 kilometers per hour, but you would like to do 45 degrees centigrade for 128 kilometers per hour. In last year, 60% of this the cities in China is going to be like above 60 degrees centigrade. This is going to be like a accurate situation. For we have tested that situation, but it's going to from like postpone to the launch, whether you could be able to do some simulation because we are the engineer for GWM. Most of the people working in GWM as a collaboration most of the time is that you don't have the difficulties, but you challenge yourself. So the other people's the high temperature is 40 degrees centigrade for the 120 kilometers per hour, but you would like to do 45 degrees centigrade for 128 kilometers per hour. In last year, 60% of this the cities in China is going to be like above 60 degrees centigrade. This is going to be like a accurate situation. For we have tested that situation, but it's gonna from like postpone to the launch, whether you could be able to do some simulation because we are the engineer for GWM. Most of the people think that NVH is kind of something, but actually very simple for this the thickness of this the stair, and also you can see is that this cost is lower, but there's all good performances. What we need is gonna overload, but not just copy the other people. So if you're gonna slightly change all those vehicles for the safety, for the energy consumption, whatever is gonna be affected, it's not just putting some materials change, then you're gonna change solve the problem. So finally we can say that we can just have a breakthrough for a single point and also using new materials to do it, new treatment to transfer into the whole system. We have designed the first like half injections of this mold. So initially I strongly insist on to reject it, but all the other performance is extremely good. So for the half a solid this treatment, and also we need to reach to mass production for it, and we're gonna have 17 times of these different terms. We have different tests and also test and then to do running it in the laboratory. So for the other people cannot hear it, but finally if we could be able to win, that's good. Before, we always think that NVH just represents the luxury and good performances, but finally we realized that the real required is that in any type of the scenario, you could just hear the voice you would like to hear.
Silence learns to let go.流光漫过当风玻璃，旷野铺开万里游记，车轮碾过山河阔地，晚风轻拂满腹我已经，边山舒展，落日渐晨曦，抚尽陈皮，从容踏上远行，轻踏油门，冲破沉寂藩篱，长风翻涌，掠而拂过呼吸，抛却心底万般迟疑顾虑，挣脱俗世层层缠绕的桎梏激励，纵马驰行，尽览旷野不羁，天地辽阔，万般美好向我响起。流云漫过层叠山森，饱览人间万千身，竟不必奔逐无需寄付归程，唏嘘悠悠，渐向安宁沉溺，世间繁衍，且待我慢慢探寻，尘嚣散尽，暮色缓缓来临，旷野之上，星河让爱生灵，放下惶惑，心底自由笃定，长路迢迢，自在穿行天地，心怀温软，奔赴万般期许，坦然记录，邂逅世间全部美丽。
Hello， 各位朋友，大家晚上好，
Hello
欢迎来到魏牌
everyone, good evening. Welcome to WEY V8X launch night. So this event is more than just the launch of WEY's all-new flagship SUV. It is actually a gathering of friends who has journeyed far and wide to meet together. And we have long-term survey owners and also new guests full of their anticipation, and also the frontline engineering teams who spent countless hours refining the V8X with us. So now let's kick off tonight's sharing section and dive deep into all the behind of the section stories of the V8X. So firstly, I would like to do an introduction of our tremendously talented guests who everyone, the vocalist who performed on our opening theme song just now. So hello Chachim, long time no see, your performances were absolutely great, and your vocal skills has gotten even more polished. Thank you everyone, Wei, and thank you Wei for this reminding me the atmosphere tonight is amazing, which helped me load up and gave me my best. I also practiced the V8X seems over and over in my spare time. And feel that there's a slightly like details in daily life we would like to control it very strictly, because exactly like other people might think that close enough is fine, but we can never set that in our draft. But that is all right. But even the tiniest information feels like let down to our atmosphere standard and professional standards. So I totally agree. I still remember that spending endless hours repeating that single word transaction just to get it perfect. So I would like to do the introduction to you to someone who shares this exact mindset. He is the lead designed by Clarity and also chief designer behind the V8X. Xu Lingfeng. Hello, Xu Lingfeng. Very nice to meet you. Hello, everyone. So how's that? It's impressed, right? He has also great style and also his professional expertise and design taste. And absolutely top tier. Yes, I first stopped the V8X by chance in a shopping mall and instantly fell in love. So I placed an order right away. I'm sure to firmly meet this design today. Thank you for your love of my design. As the designer, I'm curious, what's your first impression when you placed eyes on the V8X? So it's kind of pure premium quality. It is like a field and intelligent, and also design goes you to more than what it lacks. I had a new thought tonight that I'd like to ask you about, because I like music a lot, and the V8X is really bringing the same feeling. And it's my favorite tracks. I don't know why. So this is actually easy to understand, because normally I like music a lot. As good sound is the whole modality and also premium vehicle set is a character through its design language as well. So the V8X centers on the grace or the spirit of the Eastern atmosphere and using like minimum lines and fluid body for services to craft the timeless premium. That is why the V8X also bring me this same feeling is quite great. And also when I drive it, the whole body feels a sense of the freedom and lightness. Yes, that's correct. The claim engagement like didn't happen by accident. Our design team drew inspiration from the smooth, gentle luster, a traditional theme promises gaze, and also influenced that texture into the vehicle's entire explosion. Light, shadow, line, and also the proportion works in the simplest harmonies, delivering a smooth, refined, virtual finish comparison to a polished, legit under and in the lighting condition. Yes, that's correct. So when we collect the music, it's also the same. There are like even one slight kick of notes, no matter how quiet it is, jump out to your ear and also refines the whole mode of the track. Yes, when we talk about the design of the track, we can also like to talk about this color, this deep cardiac green. This color is extremely premium. Why would we like to sing this base? Because for the printing spray, we're gonna have the 3 layers of this spray, and also we're gonna using like a narrow, like 3 layers of optical paint coating fixed with the narrow grade pigment and also high reflection reflex. We appeared via directional spray technology. The result is color that is split through 3 different total layers depending on this view angle. So would using like one vehicle have 3 different layers, so this is going to be like different layers and different like premium feeling. Yes, that's correct. I can see that the color of the vehicle is extremely good. It sweeps its tongue under different lighting and creates the subtitles the dimensional deep across the whole body panel, such as like a long songs with the emotional crown across different vehicles and characters. Yes, another thing is that for this color tonal font, the recrafted active V8X showed a line to capture this dynamic, flowing energy found in the traditional Chinese landscape paintings. If the shadowed line covers too sharply, it is like jogging. If this shortened too much, the vehicle would lose its master stage. So we refined its height and power repeatedly to strike like the ideal balance. Yes, that's good. I can say that the line truly feels alive and just like the flowing lines of landscape painting. Yes, that's good. So we also would like that our design could be able to craft the like details that retain their beauty and appear for the years to come. And kind is gonna have the existing of the beauty. Yes, I think it's gonna be the same as the music. That when we hear about the great music, not just the first time I think that is great, and also you can continue to keep listening it. The V8X gives me the exactly same feeling. I feel for it that's the first sight, and also it only gets better and longer when I look at it. So the appeal is not just easy to see and fall in love with it when the first time you see it, and I believe that you're gonna always would like to get it. it, and also they're going to be like points that same as you like. That is why they select this car to accompany your life, accompany your journey. Yes, that's correct. And during that time when I for the V8X, I discussed with my family, and the whole of them fully support me my choice because of our trust for the way, and also the resonates with the brand quality. So when you talk about this reliability, it's not just for this appearance beauty, but also we would like to find the balance that finally to do this design for the customers. That is the most top level for this beauty. So now I would like to make another good case is that you can see it's the whole appearance. You can see that it's going to be high. The whole vehicle, the whole sideway is actually quite good. It's quite matched. So under that situation, we design it more. Would like to make it for this bumper car. We would like to make it slightly lower to protect the and also have the better service. And another thing is that in order to low spirit line absorb the clustering impact into this replacement bumper banner, essentially the near tech-weight material body for the dumper. So I can think is that all this beauty design is great, and also for have great designs and cannot be able to see and say yes, we're gonna have something good. Is for example, let's take a look at the front face. For the front face, we can say is that when they light it at night, we can say is that a big light is going to be go through it. It's really great, and also have solid fitting. In order to realize the design, we have to consider about this economy of this maintenance. There is a good point is that our team created that a new one which doesn't exist in the whole vehicle industry, which is like a 3D logo. This is going to show me that this way this logo could light up. We can separate into two parts. Is that so? Initially, it's going to be like 2 parts way. So in that case, when you're using a daily use, you cannot just one single side is going to have the bumper or some damage. You don't need to change the whole vehicle. You can just the light. You can just change the single side. So this is going to be the economic for this maintenance. Oh, this is good. I didn't. It is like creatively rare to find a vehicle that delivers such premium external styling while thoughtful, lowering like daily running and appear cost. So actually, the grade is not just for the smooth and also the design, but also provide convenience for the users and also including the cost saving. Yes, that's correct. So to be honest, for myself, I actually don't know that much about it. When I relatively new to car ownership and never even thought about the long-term repairment cost when I shopping for a vehicle. Amazing how many thoughtful customer-focused engineering solutions that hiding in this such design details. This perfectly embodied the ways brand promise way for your peace of the mind. Our engineers show on their professional expertise to consider very experts of the owner's experience. So we can say is that we're going to have like the good between music and also design. This is also for the V8X, the design core. This is actually the perfectly have the core design spirit of the it carries the thing and things charm of this Eastern atmosphere, and also the prepared of this software engineering built for this carefree driving and total peace of the mind, letting owners carry quiet intelligence and under journey across the every mile. So we can see is that when it comes to the long distance travel, it is a classic Asian Chinese saying that translated through like a knowledge comes from this even books and real world journey. So let's take a look over there. Is engineer Mr. Zhao and also Mr. Zhao. Let's take a look at what they are talking about. So actually, we have chatted for quite a while just now. It's clear that you have extreme knowledge for the vehicle. So how about what do you think about the V8X Sport Edition besides ours? So actually, I'm the the owner of the V9X. So I think that I would like to fall in love with that car. But today I saw the V8X. My feeling is that it's extremely good, and I would like to move to another this type. You love it again, right? Yes. So you can say is that it's like the collaboration of the power. So I feel that it is extremely good. I don't know whether you have to work in the laboratory all the time. So this in our laboratory, this is actually our route. So exactly we have to do it. But the majority of our time is that we are actually running outside. Like for example, the free air force test. So once we're gonna go outside, it's gonna be 1 or 2 months. It's gonna be 10,000 or 20,000 kilometers. Like for example, minus 40 degrees centigrade, and also the in Xinjiang is going to be above 50 degrees centigrade high temperature. We also experience that. Sometimes it's going to be like go to the mountain 2 to 3 times a day. It's a very regular thing, and also like get out of the mountain and get out of the top. maybe it's going to be 2,000 meters away, not only for the vehicle, even our engineers really hard. As you can see that it's extremely hard work. So I would like to share with you another case. It's a true thing. It definitely feel that is great. One of my friends, and previously was get fired, and during that time, saying that it's definitely feel sad. I would like to go to Shanghai to meet him, but it's great. It's that he himself one cab by himself and going to drive the car to the west to go to the neighbor and so drove the dubbing vehicle, and I think that is really good. So I can say is that I'm quite a little bit proud of that, because they can using our customers like have the confidence and capacity to travel whenever in their heart it leads them to this the goal to our R&D work. So I would like to say is that this is because our R&D people we would like to see the situation. So actually when I was worked as a journalist, I have visited many automotive testing facilities, and I know that some of them even spend like billions of the money to do like in-house labs, but the different situation they would like to do that labs. But why you have already this type of the situation of this lab, but you still would like to go to like real world to test them. So I think that for the lab can replace like most of standing driving conditions, but they cannot perfectly recreate unpredictable real world scenario. Like for example, have sudden rain and we're going to have a full loaded long mountain climbs and random photos, and also like road hazards that appear without warning. So you can never launch a vehicle without testing the variable observed in the railroad across the every region of the country to dominate and resolve every road condition imaginable. So for the whole world, we have to go through that road. We have to recognize all of this road to experience that. So actually, I admire this job a lot. You have to travel in all the nice places of the China, right? So I have a question. So actually, I like to eat something. When I go to a place, I would like to go to a nice, delicious food. So that, for example, I would like to eat the like the Dunkin' hot pot. I would like to see like a spicy chicken. So when you talk about it, whether you would like to see some like a great place and eat that delicious food over there. So actually, we don't have that much time, but we have our own little way. Is that when I do the testing, as just now in this video, we can see is that when I pause the car. And there is some like outside that have some special like a little stone. I'd like to collect it, and after that go back to my home to collect it to bring to my daughter. So it's a feel that I'm really like not that good enough, right? So I think it's really like memorable, right? Every time you're gonna go to a place, you would like to remember that. You would like to share that moment to my daughter, right? Yes, you don't know that. So when my daughter bring all these stones, they're gonna make a nickname for them, saying that from this find that stone is called little like potato, and also from the book it's called little ice. So it's really a great imagination, right? Yes, it's great. And initially my family members, they cannot fully understand it. So you work so hard and long term you cannot get back to home. But step by step I'm sharing all of these moments during my job and every time scenario when I test the car and the scene I can see, and also all the problems we have solved step by step. We're gonna have some better understanding, to have some support to me. So I can see that for this research of the vehicles, so probably it's only men supposed to do it. I think that it's going to have more female people to get involved, and only because we can say is that why there's the shoulder has to be man, right? Female is also fine, so we could transform this technology into something the customer really like, and also localize the proposals. Yes, that's correct, and yes, that's correct. So I also believe that because of your participation, which is to make a lot of technologies to become very solid battery of this industry. As I can see, is that high flow technology is going to be like a super layer, like premium level in the whole industry. Not the other vehicles will be able to realize that. It's definitely like a cross-border. Is it that hard to realize? So to be honest, in this whole industry, that is cannot be able to realize that. You can see is that it's going to be a great creation. I can see is that is correct, because when our R&D people, we can know is that at the back what exactly thing we have experienced, and also the whole history we have experienced. I can think that it is really challengeable, right? Could you please share with us a little bit? Yes, at the beginning when as we has mentioned about the high force imagination. So in our team, our engineers, our leaders, all things that cannot do it. So they cannot localize this proposal. It's impossible to realize that. So you can say is that what they would like to solve the problem. So additionally, One side is that we have to solve this like the full vehicles power, and also have to consider about energy consumption, and also to is that what exactly the other things? The other thing is that during that time is the very biggest like challenges in the whole industry is that it's going to be completely solved that when we have the lack of the power drop off when the battery charges runs low. Is that during that time actually the chairman of GWM WEY really hard job for us. All of engineers is really hard work during that time. So I would like you to say something right. So actually when I think about it, I believe that the chairman of the GWM WEY is definitely like the extraordinary innovator for solve this dual challenge with one complex engineering breakthrough and one cleverly designed solution. So this complex dual has a fitting four-speed dedicated hybrid transmission into a compact engine PA. Is the made possible by GWM's decades in-house transmission R&D enterprise, home to this country's only past product 9-speed DCT, and this enables like a full spirit drive direction and maintain full power output even with a gravity battery. The clever innovation lies in our full self-development, high-precision and electrical mechanical computing unit and primarily control software, custom torch management algorithm, and also like regular hydraulic pressure and motor implementation for the delivery seamless power delivered during this year. So we own this success entirely of this chairman of GWM WEY, who led our team headless into this torch development project. We refined this countless design, innovation, and day and night, and the work is great. And also when the testing confirmed this technology fully functioned as the intent, the entire team feels overwhelming journey and also have this accomplishment. So you can see is that it's really have proud of that, right? Yes, I really like that because the end of this is going to have round of this refining force, this groundbreaking technology, and you make your team has like truly become like masters of the hybrid power chain engineering. Yes, during that time, how we could be able to realize that. You can see is that in the lab fully. So all of this equipment, and this is actually the basic things, is that the most important thing is that in our team, each of our engineer, and it's going to be like great challenge spirit. Each four of the people is going to be the same thing. And later on, our partners and the both the engineering is saying that we have let's try it. Let's try it first. Let's build it first. So time and again, we discover that when we take actions on the locked variable solutions, no matter how complex the problem, we're going to see something that is give me the skill. So when our engineer is going to have a thoughtful feeling as a structural background, and we can see is that journey passion and determination light up their eyes. So we can see is that in our mind we're going to have something to do it, and we actually have the light in our eyes. So when I hear you, I can see is that you are lighting up. So today when I get into this event, I can help is like mentioned, struck me a lot is that improving little by little every day. So is that every day we need to improve a little bit, and finally we're going to have the accumulated day after day. It is what allows your team to break through this long-standing industry technical barrier. Yes, that's correct. Is that because the spirit of this our company, the final i4, the performances, I think that is extremely good. You can see is that V8X. So for like 40.5 seconds in a full battery from 0 to 1 km/h, and also only 4.7 seconds with the latest battery, just 0.2 second differences, and delivering nearly identical acceleration in both states. The 4-speed DHT enables the direct drive across the 4-speed range, perfect for this every driving scenario imaginable. So I think that how about it means like for our journey, like for better performances at all times. What about the fuel consumption, which is power consumption? Does the vehicle have a high running cost? Not at all. The fuel consumption stands at just 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers when the battery is low, more efficiently than most of the pure gasoline vehicles. It delivers a 402 kilometers pure electric driving range, ideally for the steady city mountains, the cars, full cost, and also the limited gas station stops. So how about the speeding of this charging energy? So the charging speed is extremely impressive thanks to the 800 watt high voltage performance and 6 see ultra fast charging capacity, like 5 minutes of the charging adding 170 kilometers of driving range. Even though for the entire week of the city mountains, it will take time to play 2 songs. So I can confirm this to range with free is that previously when I selected V, I never drive a big vehicle. In my imagination, probably that is only like riding a elephant. It's very hard, right? But during that time when I tried it, during that time, I think that it's really light. So it feels like when I driving in this cloud to fly in the cloud, which technology can transfer from the elephant into a cloud? So actually, you're feeling there is elephant-sized body with cloud-like handling. This is perfectly accurate. So let me do the introduction of the chassis specialist who has to break down this technology in full details. So Mr. Jia. So hello, Mr. Jia. Okay, hello, Mr. Jia. It's great to meet you. Just now, the two of you have chat quite a lot, right? So that's great. You also chat a very interesting concept is that the great elephant is actually kind of the feeling of this cloud, right? Here I actually prepared 4 words. I don't know whether it's going to be matched with the feeling of you. So you mentioned that the cloud feeling. So firstly, you drive the car. What about your feeling? You think that is very stable, right? Stable, yes. It's a stability, yes. You can see is that no matter where you're going to go, it's going to be quite smooth, right? The second word is that it's quite soft. Yes, very light. So the soft, how we can have a proper understanding for it? So like just now, you say it goes through a peak, goes through some barriers, you can instead this road. It doesn't have that much aggressive for you. It's not that sharp for you. It's gonna be, no matter what, it's gonna feel like the same, like a flat road, right? The third word is that it's gonna be the like solid. How we can have a proper understanding for it is that for the chassis to support you, it's gonna be good enough, right? It's gonna be like no matter where you're gonna go to it. You feel that the chassis is really great. So the third word and the last word is that the like isolation. So the isolation, what exactly the thinking of it? So this is actually the great words that describe that. It means that this vehicle is gonna go through of some very tiny shaking. It's like you're gonna drive the car, feel like the outside of the beams. You can feel like you enjoy the whole environment. So always you can feel that you're gonna have like spirits showing up that moment. So when you realize that, whether you're gonna have some suddenly spirits showing that. So that is actually a quite suddenly, and this is a very good experience. So previously, there's a friend called us to enjoy at the beach. So we can like take a photo and enjoy the sand or whatever. So this time the condition is quite good. Let's enjoy something good. So he rent so this is not a very big boat anyway. So the first time for me to like enjoy that boat. So when we sitting over there, you can see is that when we do the collaboration of the chassis, we actually for no matter what type of the transportation tour, we're gonna be quite interested for it, right? So my feeling is that when I get into this vehicle or when I get into the boat, when I get into the airplane, I need to go take a look about the driving like cabin. What about the way how they gonna drive that? During that time, I sing over there, and also when I drive that the boat, so my feeling comes out suddenly. So the feeling comes out immediately. So it means that no matter where you're gonna go directly over there. So it's very light. It's very soft, very solid, and also the slightly isolation, the isolation feeling is all exists. So that is why you're gonna have this feeling comes out. That is why you can see is that you're gonna have this the artist ready. So suddenly you can have this spirit that comes out. So you can see is that all of these are this. Researchers and everything can study everything, gonna have breakthrough. Finally, gonna have that result. Yes, that is exactly correct. So from now on, I bring that feeling here and also bring it to the V9X and V8X vehicle. So I also have another question outside I would like to ask. So because the previously in Nanjing there is like typhoon, so a lot of vehicles is gonna start in the road. So during that time, I have the like in my front and back is gonna be big vehicles, and they are trying to run into that little ramp, but I tried it, but suddenly I feel that it goes through it, and also suddenly like take down of my window. I would like to show off myself. So I would like to show off myself. What type of technology is going to make me show off myself? So in the narrow lines, it goes through it. Suddenly, so such a big car, so it's actually it's more kinds of like flexible, so to that a big car, and so actually you can say the back wheel will be able to turn, so which is going to make the vehicle a new characteristics. Is that the firstly is that just now you mentioned that in the ultra tight scenario at low city speeds, while delivering the rock solid stability during the high speed lane changes, perfectly adapted to this urban and highway driving scenarios. We're gonna crowded countless hours into this architecture, and also for is that for the high speed it's going to be same direction, it's going to be stable, and in the low speed the back and forth is going to be like opposite direction. Then this training is going to be faster, right? Yes, for the collaboration is actually has spent a lot of energy for it. Yes, that's correct. Mr. Zhao is really make the point of that. So it's very flexible of the car, right? So when we're sitting over there, is the target for the situation, we actually hired one of our team. So they're actually great to us. How to say it is that they are sitting on their car, and there is a slightly not comfortable. So that it's gonna feel it. So for the hip is gonna feel it, right? Yes, it is actually like when we do the collaboration, and for the back rear system, we're gonna bring him to go to different cities, go to these villages, go to the mountains for the high-speed road, and also for the streets, different parking places, different type of situation. I will have a doubt about it. I don't know whether I could be able to answer this question for the human to do the test. It's kind of like different feeling. Different people has different feeling. Is that in a more like objective way to do it? Yes, what you say is correct. In order to satisfy more customers' different demand, we also created a regular function of the others. So for that is the created the wheelbase. So the wheelbase is actually, I would like to remind everyone is that this is the distance between the front vehicle and also the back vehicle. So for this virtual wheelbase, it means that we could be able to virtually do the adjustment, the length of the wheelbase. So for the 2.4 to 3.05 meters, you can easily to do that adjustment and to make the power to completely give to this driver. So I understand it. It's going to based on different demand and a different experience. My understanding is that if you would like to make it your most stable using the segment luxury engine fare, if you're gonna like I can turn this wheelbase for that's a grounded drive. If I want to like a nipple impact car delivery, I can adjust it for the light response handling. And so when I buy the car, we're gonna feel that the appearance I would like to select something I like. But when I get to like 30 years old, I would like to prefer to buy a car to take care of my whole family. Like for example, my parents' feeling and also my nephew's feeling. I think that the safety is gonna be the most important thing. So as I just mentioned, one thing is that the friend from Nepal, he showed me a video that is like stabling there is like testing for the blowout testing, right? Yes, I know it. So it's the 220 kilometers per hour during that time for this blowout test for this, right? So the 220 kilometers per hour to do that blowout test. To be honest, for as the customer, I don't think it's necessary to do it, right? Because normally you can satisfy the national standard, that's it, right? You will not going to be able to use it, but I do not want to experience that anyway, right? So this is actually the excellent things we would like to do. Why would I like to do it? Why would I like to do 220 kilometers per hour? So why would I like to not just for this limitation of this national standard, that is for 120 kilometers per hour, but our car is going to sell to the global. For the European market, a lot of limitation is going to be like 180 or some, or even Germany is going to have some of the region they don't have that speed limitation yet. So in order to maximize the safety, our vehicle needs to drive no matter what. We're going to reach that. We have to guarantee the safety of that. So my understanding is that for the national standard, that's only like bottom line. What we need to chase for is the higher level. So for this 220 kilometers per hour, we can have this broke out to control it properly. I think it's extremely hard, right? So here I would like to do the brief introduction to you. So we actually did some of the tests and simulation, and also for this extract test for this 120 or 140 kilometers per hour for the blowout for the relevant control system within like 100 milliseconds. We can guarantee the safety of the vehicle, but for this 160, we have to do like 80 like milliseconds, but for the 180 we're going to do 60 milliseconds, but for the 20 and also above 20, what we need to do is going to be 20 milliseconds, and even to complete all of this control is meant to make sure that you have a proper control. Yes. So for this, it's like 1/3 of this, you didn't close your eye, you suddenly control it. Why would we have such a short time control? This is actually for us during that time in order to realize, get this difficulty is really hard for it. So how you can be able to realize that we're going to have what does that mean for the whole station safe research? So it means that the chassis, the brake system, turning system, and back wheel turning system, and the suspension system, and all the power control systems. And also just like you mentioned that for the power drive system, all of them is GWM self-researched with self-control. So I'm going to give an example for you is that every day when I get back to home, my wife get off the job and look at the phone at bed. I knock the door. She doesn't need to say something. Just hear about the frequency and also the sound of this knocking door. Can feel that Mr. Jia is coming back. So my feeling is that the communication time is quite low. So all of these spare parts could be done by one mom. So it's actually coordinated with each other. They don't need to communicate to each other. So suddenly they can understand what exactly happens. So that is why I can shorten the braking time, right? So that we can understand this bit, right? Yes. So when we shorten the time and also bring the safety to our customers, yes, totally understand it. I think that the very important reason why we select the Way is because the car is not just the safety for the whole single person, but also the whole safety of the whole family. As myself, when I select the car, it's just select the kind not just the salary I like it very much. It's mostly is that in the future we're gonna have a long time life where we would like invite her to accompany with me to go through this journey. So today on site, we actually have invited accidents to owners. So please do the introduction. So hi everyone, my name is Chun-Lin, and this is Xixi, my wife. So just now you see this video. This is actually really shocked me a lot. During that time when a high-speed road, I felt this situation. So we drove the way. We started to have this accident. So during that time, I bring my families to have safe driving to the places in the middle. I have something to. I would like to go back to Chengdu. So during that time, it's going to be 200 kilometers away from 1,200 kilometers away from Chengdu, and also just myself drive that car. They are actually time limitation from the state time to this midnight, and later on I feel quite tired. So in this, when you are very tired, you're using self-driving or you drive by yourself. So during that time, it's myself drove it because the self-driving, I think probably it's gonna make me feel tired. So I always drive by myself. So finally, the situation. Could you please explain to us what is finally help you to train? What is actually what happens and what happened to your wife? Could you please explain to us a little bit? So during that time, so when the journey, when we get back to Chengdu, is roughly 100 kilometers away back to Chengdu. So we're always in 120 kilometers per hour speed. There is one road that is a flagship plate. When we project that, we cannot be able to see it. And so when we go to the end, so the brake cannot work. So there is a car in front of me and parked on the side of the road, which led me suddenly turn. During that time, I don't know whether I drove the car by myself or the vehicle drove it by myself. Up to now, I quite concerned about it. So actually, for the self-driving, AB approach, I have two concepts I would like to explain to you. Is that initially there is 120 kilometers per hour. speeding, constantly to drive it, and the computer at the back is always doing the calculation, whether it's calculating you're going to have the risk of this bumping, as we just now mentioned that we're going to reduce the speeds, and to remind you that you have to brake the car a little bit. But finally, to save the life is that ESA. It means that it's going to assist you to make the turn, and that ability. And finally, I don't know whether you drive by yourself or the vehicle is going to help you to make that turn. So actually, what you did, the second Elegance is not satisfied of the computer, and it's going to have this risk of the bumping. Then finally, the machine help you to make that turn. So at that typical moment, so actually you together with the vehicle save your life together. So yes, correct. So actually, I talked with my wife and also their friends, all discuss about this. Yes, because during that time, so this thing, when it happened, when we were under vehicle, we were quite afraid, but I was not that afraid. So I shared this story with our friends surroundings, and they told us that this is actually a very dangerous thing. This that they're chatting with us is that I don't know what good things you did in your previous life. This time for GWM is actually save the little family, and we can see is that. So after this thing, so in the future, probably when we purchase the car, we probably would like to pay more attention for the safety. Yes, that's correct. Because for the BM, for this safe driving, for this AI and also mass agent ability, we're going to have a lot of investment. But what we need to think is that for the safety of this customers, include ABA and AES, and ESA, exactly a lot of different abilities. It's going to including like the hardness of the body, and also we're going to try a lot of hard work. For the safety, that is the final chasing. We hope that the customers to purchase our car, which is going to be safely and finally could have a reliable feeling. And also for this tracing of the safety, we actually have prepared a video. Just now you mentioned is that this is actually the 9 times AE and also ESA's abilities taught, and we have a more difficult thing. So for the AE-based test, so let's take a look. So just now in this video, we can see is that when they are facing to this 80 millimeters raining test, so we can say that like 80 millimeters like amount of the per hours raining. So we would like to have a breakthrough. So in a more challenging, more difficult raining environment to have some breakthrough. And finally, we did is 100 to 120 millimeters per hour ability. So finally, what we need to express is that for GWM, for the safety, no matter for the regulation or internally, we're going to have like standards in the whole industry. We're going to have the 80 millimeters. So we need to do in different scenarios, as we mentioned that in the the different scenarios. So different scenarios. We're going to have a different type of the test. We have the investment, a lot of resources into it to guarantee is that each of the customers the safety to use the vehicle. So today the sharing, and finally we would like to make a conclusion is that in the AI is relevant, including the driving and OA and also parking to the safety relevant. This is actually the sharing we would like to do. So thank you very much. Just now, we have chat about this control and safety, so I would like to talk about something else. So the direct feeling when we sit in the car, so whether it's comfortable or not, whether it's like if, so we have our friends waiting for quite a long time. Mr. Yang, Mrs. Yang, so please say hello to all our audience. Hello, my name is Yang Dinghui. I work in this drone industry. This is my wife beside me. So hello everyone. Good evening everyone. I'm quite actually old fans for GWM. We have the three GWM's and also V9X, and generally is extremely good. We also have like 3 GWM's vehicles at home: GWM Power and Wei Gaoshan and also Wei V9X. So we drive our V9X for over 2 months. We were throughout satisfied with its overall performances. Previously, I drive the other cars, working in this like high speed. So he's sitting in this passenger seat. He cannot be able to such great sleeping. So during this like rehearsal, I can think that for this the sound outside cannot be able to see it. And also another thing is that in the summertime when the cars sit in like park outside, it's when we sitting through it is suddenly like extremely hot, and also for I believe that the same feeling as me is that when I warm up pharmacist vodka and after some exposure in summer it seats bones like a hot iron plate. So that forced me to find it's easy for this engine before I can sit. So actually for this point I would like to invite Mr. Liu to talk about this development stories when we working all of this. Hello everyone, welcome. Hello everyone. Hello everyone, my name is Liu Gongkai. Just now, I obviously listened to two of you as talking about these good things for our car. So there is one side is that qualities. So for the people working in this industry, this is an age. So I would like to see is that for there's a change and also not satisfied of the car, whether you have some change for this there's silence mode. So yes, I did before when I purchased the car. So this is actually cannot have such quite performances as the car right now because of like the speed and also the ball and also the chassis quality is going to have some slightly change. But right now for some new cars, these are extremely good. So when I purchased it, I do not need to have that much consideration. That's correct. So previously we also have discussed MVH. So a lot of people think that only you like the safety is good enough. You're gonna have enough like the soaps to absorb the voice. So the image is gonna be definitely good enough. So of course, so this has no problem. But if you're gonna do it, it's not professional, it's not perfect. It's gonna bring a lot of different other things because it add a lot of like the thickness and the shaking it, and also total weight of the vehicle is gonna be shrinking up, and also for this energy consumption and control, and also for the safety, it's gonna be quite influenced. That is why when we do NVH, we cannot just see a lot of materials putting into it. We have to make a professional design. Yes, that's correct. Is that when we do drone, we can consider the whole general like balance of the power design, not just for like the shorting and also to have them checking for it. We need to do this proper treatment. We're gonna go through different parts, not just have like different materials for this like motor and also for the straightening and also all this machine, how it's gonna be shake is definitely it's gonna shake anyway, right? Yes, that's correct. So their basic knowledge is gonna be the same. So when we do MVH, actually compared with you do this drone, it's actually quite similar. We cannot just put all the materials into it. We need to use a more scientific way to realize that standard. So here, when we do the MVH, it is not just have some typical way. We also through our engineer, like step by step to collaboration to do the test. I would like to make an example. In the MVH, there's a very important layer is that for the whole vehicle's blowout and also the blowout. A lot of luxury cars that we have are quite challengeable. And what we did is that for the whole vehicle, MVH is checking for this sound, results of the sound from this vehicle, for the rear to this the suspension, and also for the body, for the seats, the whole system. Our engineers in the whole system for the chassis, we're gonna put some of the points and to have like sensor. And all this sensor is going to collect different like shakings, the frequency, and also to have some like results of this noisy. And step by step to resolve all of that. This is actually take a long time, and also really consumption of this energy and time a lot, and various different, even 100 terms. We can finally realize the standard in order to reduce this shakes. So you really spend a lot of energy, right? Yes. So one point I would like to say is that we're gonna have a very excellent design, which is like a pioneer to do it. It's like a half solid injection. It's the mega alloy. So this is going to use for like for suspension systems. So this could effectively to strengthen this connection of this connection to place that place. So this is actually hard, right? So this is going to be much lighter. It's half of the weight could be lighter. And so actually during that time when we did it, I was actually thought about it because for this part, because the other people didn't do it before. So it means that there is didn't verified in the market. So in the future, it's definitely going to have some risk if we cannot do it. Cannot be able to repeat that in the future for this repairment, and also we cannot control it properly, right? So if you can have like a mass production, it's going to be a problem, then it's going to be disastrous. But our team didn't give up yet. We're always doing the research all the time for like hundreds of times. Finally, we break through that difficulty. The result is good. So that is why we would like to say is that to like make it for you, right? So we are actually in order finally to make people feel safe. And also we have some feelings from the beginning when I initially joined the vehicle industry. I was doing research, and during that time the MVH is not a very important part because many years ago during that time the vehicle is not as luxury as right now. And step by step we made the MVH as the luxury, very important performances to make it. And once we did, so initially during that time I was young, I didn't have my family yet, so all of these key points is going to put into like a driver's part. And later on, when I have my family, I have my own kids, and so I realized that the vehicle not just for like myself, it's only the whole family. Not only for the seat of the driver, but also the whole of the seats. We have to do it properly. That is why I purchased the 3 GWM car, because for this WEY8X, we have to believe in that. So for the reliable for this making this vehicle, and also all the details in that life, we have to grab it. Yes. So in order to have the MVH, so the whole WEY8X and WEY9X, the layout of the vehicle, they have more than 100 times of this package, like voice package, and we also have 2 great technology. Is that the motors, and also for this self reduce the noising and the high technology, and which could make us that in this 120 kilometers per hour for the high speed, the people inside the car could be able to chat. They were not going to affect each other. It doesn't need you to shout at. So in the V9X, I can definitely feel it. Yes, that's correct. So I would like to say is that just now when you did the introduction about it, so this is actually how we could be able to optimize the drone and reduce the noises. It's going to be the same thing, is that we have to collect from the resources and step by step to do it. And no doubt that we're going to be also quiet. So it cannot be seen some of the details. It's actually spends such a lot of energy to do it. I believe that the whole vehicle's quality is definitely great. So it's true that, as we just mentioned, that the way is going to lighten you up. Let's make it for you. So thank you very much. And for NVH, this is actually a great character for us. And another point I would like to mention, I believe that people are paying attention to it quite a lot, which is the safety for the cabin. So let's take a look in the vehicle. So please sit at the right side, the back seat. So let me open the door for you. Okay, so now we are getting to the car. So I would like to ask, when you get into the car, what about the big impression for you? I think that it's like the 6-seat transfer of 5-seat, but internally it's going to be same as like V9X. So I can say it's that 5-seat car, 6-seat car. It's a different functions. Car. For the 6-seat cars, have 6 seats, and each of the seats VIP is independent. For the 5-seat car, because they have a lack of one leg, so they have more extra spaces. For V8X, this is actually for this compared with the V9X. For the wheelbase, it's going to be 100 millimeters shorter, but the space is going to shrink up, especially for the back seat, and also the luggage cabin is not small yet. I don't know whether you can feel it. When you're sitting in the car, this is completely new car, but there's no smell at all. So in the whole, like the spare and also the pollution, we have tried a lot, and also for like quantities and assemblies, we actually did quite a lot, and not only for there is no smell inside the cabin, and also then cannot let the outside like smelling smell to get into the car. So we have a video to show you. So just now for this video, this is actually in this we can see we did a test and we run a long time, several hours, and finally we did the test whether the assemblies of this whether does they get into this cabin after the testing is qualified, and on top of that, the whole vehicle, the materials like a V8X and V9X, you can feel is that have something a lot of things is similar, right? It's because of the standard. It's the same standard. V8X is using the V9X standards of the materials, and including the leather, and also for the explosion technology. You can see that the seat of this is very similar, right? So including this cabinet is using like the technology of this cabinet, which is going to effectively to absorb some not good smell in the air. So normally if you're going to buy a house, it's going to be the same thing. What we need to care about is that we're going to get in, like for this decoration style, you have to choose something you like, and also the materials we can select it, like the painting and glue And for so after decoration, gonna spend for 2 months or 3 months. This really depends on the materials. Yes, for we does need it. So this is gonna be like the money infant style. So our vehicle is definitely can satisfy that. And so previously we did a test. So it's constantly have the charging. So it's extremely good. It's the same as the V8X. So we're gonna have like the full like wireless charging. So I would like to share with you a video. So previously, in Xinjiang, we shoot a video. That video during that temperature was 45 degrees centigrade, and the surface of the road is going to reach to 70 degrees centigrade. I pushed the car under the sunshine for 2 hours, and during that time, the temperature inside the car is extremely high. And then we did professional testing to collect the smell. So let's take a look at the video. So this video was about the feeding. So this is actually a test. So we're gonna put the put into total fire in Xinjiang during that time is 40 degrees centigrade. And we have collected the samples and transported to this the inspection center in Tianjin. So we actually organized this sheet center, and the result is that after this exploration in the high temperature, it's going to be in the national standards, in the regular standards. It's only one quarter of that assumption, so we can see that the smear absorption is extremely good. And also, let's get back to the rear cargo area. So let's take a look at whether you like it or not. Yes, I can see it. Could you imagine something? I can imagine yes that I always frequently go outside. And so this is actually the rear cargo, the length, and also wise. I can see is that when I do traveling, what type of this luggages I can bring, I can see is that it's way enough for me. So you can see is that this seat is properly set up, and also as the backside rear car is going to be like 864 liters. So this is for as for this is going to hold 12 to 20-inch carry-on suitcases. So let me show you. It's going to be 2,200 liters. The total cargo space extends. So the length is even louder, right? Yes, we're going to have a very typical standard is that when we do the design, we're going to have, we did a lot of long-term research for the backside when we lay out. It's almost flat. So it's only like 2 degrees. So actually on site, a lot of vehicles cannot make this so flat because majority is actually be like 8 degrees or 10 degrees. So each such a flat, if they don't have that like luggages at the back, we could be able to lie down. So you can just put cabinet on top of that. If you're gonna have some luggage at the back from the front side, we can also lie down. Like you're gonna do like module, especially for drone, for the depths, and also wise, you could be able to enough for like 2 meters height upgrade of this model. So we're gonna have a whole set of the things, and also like a spray, and also glasses, and also whatever all of the accessories we can put several sets into it. If we're gonna go outside and have a long journey, it's gonna have a lot of backups. So like big luxury space is actually good. And then previously when we go outside, we can think about is that other people go outside, what do we need? We can buy by ourselves, but outside. But actually, you actually can see something, especially when you have the children, right? You can realize that a lot of things you cannot buy it, so you definitely have to bring it. So like for example, like the infant baby, you have to use something you cannot be able to buy anywhere, right? So this is a V8X, extremely big, the luggage space. And whether you are quite mobile, you would like to buy another one. So actually, I'm quite excited to buy another one. So when I go back, I would like to chat with my wife to have a family meeting to finalize it tonight. Okay. Okay. So I heard a lot of you have mentioned. I have the same feeling. So if you need me to feel safe, so not just for several. This is actually quite important for me. So I would like to get in touch with some details I either to ignore. And for Wei, it's actually carefully cared about it, and also we get into a certain excellent point. So I believe that this is actually the chairman of GWM Wei and mentioned that in order to make it safety for you, and this is the backside like confidence for you. So this is actually what we need to do. So really appreciate our two old friends' recognition. So just now our engineers has shared a lot of things from this external experience to like a super high fall, like solid performances, and also for the safety, the active protection, and also for the safety of the cabin. So actually all of this running, all of the everything is gonna put the consistency of this excellent performances. Finally, it's gonna have this section, the 5-seat excellence, which is the V8X. So for our users, we can just see it and also feel that the car is easy to drive and very quiet, and it's very comfortable. But for all of our engineers, this is not just to see something which can be able to see, but something hide it. In the future, we can experience that. And also, it's going to be a long journey. We can step by step feel it. We also have to consider it properly to make it perfect. So for our users, they drive the car and they're gonna feel safe. And in that case, you could be able to like share and promote to GWM our way. This is actually the great recognition for our brand.
Silence learns to let go.
What drives us? Curiosity to explore, passion to discover, thirst for adventure, energizing us to go further. With more courage, we scale new heights within ourselves.
他天一里节能，俺最天就点被节奏快忙不有用吧我些。
我的项链不见了，
儿子，快帮姐姐回忆一下，她有没有带？
姐姐她肯定带了，不然我怎么会捡到嘞？
这臭小子。
With more spirits, we deepen our ties through the moments we share.
Looking after a horse means understanding it, not taming it. It's all on you now.
Thanks, Dad.
Take care of the farm! Enjoy your retirement, Dad!
With more possibilities, we draw strength from the past, inspiring the journey of tomorrow.
Eric! Time to go! I'm in the car. Speed up!
Come on, Mom, why are you doing it to me?
With more love, we nurture those we hold dear, setting them free.
Okay, so you like this place? We're gonna come here most of them, right? So, what are you gonna do after that?
Let's make some snowmen.
Oh, really? You can try that.
Alex!
With more imagination, we bring our dreams to life together.
Wow. That's a nice motto. That's great. I did that many years ago.
And why you stopped?
I ask myself the same question. I really don't know.
You should do it again, man. Good luck!
With more inspiration, we reignite the fire inside. What drives GWM? The power of possibilities, the passion for innovation,
Where do we go next year?
the pursuit of perfection, empowering you to go further. GWM, go with more.
GWM, go with more.
What drives us? Curiosity to explore, passion to discover, thirst for adventure, energizing us to go further. With more courage, we scale new heights within ourselves.
这就这种了，用热气，你们卡上的追求三不行的那个出事。他天气的这样，俺最开就点被这种可以忙不有点吧嘛噻。
我的项链不见了。
儿子，快帮姐姐回忆一下，她有没有带？
姐姐她肯定带了，不然我怎么会捡到嘞？
这臭小子！
With more spirits, we deepen our ties through the moments we share.
Looking after a horse means understanding it, not taming it. It's all on you now.
Thanks, Dad.
Take care of the farm! Enjoy your retirement, Dad!
With more possibilities, we draw strength from the past, inspiring the journey of tomorrow.
Eric! Time to go! I'm in the car. Speed up!
Come on, Mom, why are you doing it to me?
With more love, we nurture those we hold dear, setting them free.
Okay, so you like this place? We're gonna come here most of them, right? So, what are you gonna do after that?
Let's make some snowmen.
Oh, really? You can try that.
Alex!
With more imagination, we bring our dreams to life together.
Wow. That's a nice motto. That's great. I did that many years ago.
And why you stopped?
I ask myself the same question. I really don't know.
You should do it again, man. Good luck!
With more inspiration, we reignite the fire inside. What drives GWM? The power of possibilities, the passion for innovation,
Where do we go next year?
the pursuit of perfection, empowering you to go further. GWM, go with more.
GWM, go with more.
What drives us? Curiosity to explore, passion to discover, thirst for adventure, energizing us to go further.